It may have felt like a lifetime ago for some of you, but for others it may have seemed like only yesterday. But it was exactly 100 days ago when this was announced in Melbourne, Australia.
Thanks very much for joining us for the daily update and some very significant announcements about new measures, new rules for both metropolitan Melbourne and regional Victoria. First things first, there are now, in cumulative terms, 11,557 coronavirus cases in Victoria. That's 671 more than we reported yesterday. First of all, from 6 p.m. tonight, I am declaring a state of disaster across Victoria. This will be in addition to the state of emergency. This means that police and others have additional powers. You will no longer be able to leave home or go any further away from your home than a 5-kilometre radius. Only one person will be able to go shopping once per day. You will be allowed to have 1 hour of exercise no further than 5 kilometres from your home. So there will be a curfew across metropolitan Melbourne from 8 p.m. this evening, and it will run from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. each and every day. And the only reason to be out of your home between the hours of 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. is to get care, to give care, or to go to and from work or be at work. Police will be out in force and you will be stopped. It is not an easy decision to make, but it is the decision that is necessary, and that is why I have made it. Ultimately, all of these changes are about limiting movement. All of these changes are about limiting the number of people that we come in contact with.
And now if you jump forward to today, we've had our 12th day in a row of 0 new cases of coronavirus recorded in Victoria. But unfortunately, the same cannot be said about many, many countries in the Northern Hemisphere who are now entering their winter. For example, France, England, Germany, they've all announced new lockdowns. And by the time that I've released this video, they're already probably a week into their lockdowns. So I wanted to make this video, and hopefully a whole series of videos, exploring Melbourne's lockdown and our path out of the lockdown. I wanted to do this for 3 different reasons. The first reason is to explore the science behind lockdowns. I want to explore the reasonings and the theories, essentially just explore how our lockdown in Melbourne reflected the science behind it. I want to explore any new discoveries that were made during the last couple of months, and also explore the myths and the misinformation that emerged from our lockdown and see where they can be proven right or debunked. So that's the first reason. The second reason is to essentially remember what happened during the last couple of months. I know this is our second lockdown and there can be more waves of cases leading to more lockdowns, but each lockdown is unique and they're going to be a big part of our lives, especially right now, not just literally as we're living through it, but as we move forward and hopefully emerge out of the pandemic, we're going to reflect on the time we spent in lockdown. I thought it'll be fun to kind of record in these small vlog-like videos the strange events and all the memes and the viral videos and all the hashtags and all the news that just happened during this lockdown and could have only happened during this lockdown, and create a sort of weird time capsule capturing the best and the worst of times as we're living in this lockdown. And the third reason why I want to make these videos is to provide a sense of hope and I guess achievement for people who are entering lockdowns or are in lockdowns, and for example maybe even Melbourne if we go back into another lockdown for whatever reasons. I feel like the news really loves to focus on countries going into lockdown and cities going into lockdown as opposed to the reverse where cities are emerging out of lockdown. It could be wrong. This could be just a result of the media I consume. So if anyone, especially outside of Australia, have their own perspective on what they've heard regarding the news surrounding our lockdown in Melbourne, just let me know in the comments. I'm really curious what you guys have experienced about our lockdown. But regardless, I want to counteract all the news regarding lockdowns beginning and lockdowns happening all around the world by showing you what led to us emerging out of lockdown, what we're able to do right now, the new laws and all that's happening right now. I just want to provide a snapshot of a city as we're taking steps out of a lockdown. On top of that, I feel like lockdowns work the best when you do the least, and as a result there may not be a sense of achievement because you're not doing anything. So I just want to make this video so that people in lockdown right now hopefully have a sense of hope. But then again, this can be all subjective, so I could be wrong, but I reckon it'll be nice to have some sort of coverage regarding countries and cities emerging out of lockdown, as opposed to all the news right now about countries entering lockdown. So that's the third and final reason why I want to make these videos, is to explore and investigate the science, to remember the events that happen, and to provide a sense of hope and achievement to others who are or will be entering a lockdown. So that's pretty much all for this video. In terms of my next videos, I don't really have a plan set in stone. It's a very loose plan. I am also quite busy with other things, so I won't be making these videos consistently for quite some time. It might be quite a while before I release my first proper video, as I'll need to do a lot of background research and setting up timelines and all that. At the moment, I'm thinking of exploring the lead up to this second lockdown in Melbourne. Basically, just a quick overview of coronavirus in Australia and specifically Victoria, the different laws that were implemented or lifted during this lead up, and then I'll explore in more detail the second lockdown. I'm not sure if I'll explore them week by week or fortnight by fortnight. That's the general plan right now, and then after that, I don't have a real plan of what to do, but I have a feeling that things will emerge as I make the next few videos. If this is something that you want to see, just leave a comment, leave some likes, leave some subscribes. That's honestly the best way to encourage me to make more of these videos. So just do that for now, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks I will have released my next video. But until then, take care. Goodbye.